Hello, hello. I think. Where's my video feed? All right. How are you, Facebook? We're back again. So, I've had a lot of techie problems this last little while. Okay, so I do apologize and I love you. Let's dive in without further ado into today's live Bread Baking Thursday class, all about finding that positive mindset, because positive mindset is everything, regardless of what you're doing. But as a home baker, having that positive mindset is absolutely key, because you may not know it, but there are certain things that we do in our lives, and the things that we think, the things that we say, that actually set us up for failure instead of success. And when you are baking something, when you're making something, actually, I should say, regardless of what you're making, like we're talking about homemade breads today. Hey, no being silly today. Mm-hmm. If you make something with your own two hands, we create this illusion in our mind. Let me finish talking, please. When we make something with our own two hands, there is a level of pride. There is a level of expectations that we put on ourselves. There is a dream, possibly just an overactive imagination, or just a hope of what the final outcome is going to be. Thank you. All right. It's been an interesting day, guys. Okay, it's been an interesting day, and that's okay because we're still going with it. We're still just pushing on, and we're gonna make this happen regardless. Okay, even a little help, tech problems, that's okay. We're just gonna take care of it. All right. So,
and guess what? My tooth.
Yes. She lost her first tooth the other day. So just in case, it's been a while since we've done introductions. This is Clara Bell. She just turned 5. She's my little girl. And so I have 5 kids. Belsie is number 4. I've got little Ellie over here who's 3. My eldest is 20. So, gives you an idea of my interesting family dynamic. All right. So so these two are with me all the time. They love the camera. My older kids are anymore, they're just like, Mom, stop talking about us because you're always just business. I'm like, I'm sorry, it's just the way it is. So they still love the camera, and that's awesome. I support them. I want them to have the confidence and the courage in their life to go out and do the things that they want to do, and to know that they can truly just show up in the world as their own true, authentic, little, beautiful selves, as any and everyone else. And I want them to learn that as littles, instead of waiting until they're in their, 40s before they think that they can actually just show up and be them.
And I have a quarter.
She did. She got a quarter from the Tooth Fairy, and she was so excited because that meant that she could unlock more doors. It's all about the mindset. See?
And
mindset.
And buy gumball.
Yes, and she can buy a gumball. But mindset. It's so important. It's so beautiful. It's so amazing. Okay. All right. I need you guys to step out because I can't teach the class with my 2 little girls in my lap. Mommy's brain doesn't go teacher mode. It goes mommy mode. Okay. So can you please hop down and?
Ow! It's tiny.
Okay.
A
bull is. I need you to listen.
A bull
so that we can get ready
is
for our party tonight.
Bull.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Say bye. No, I need you to say bye. Say bye. We're gonna go get our room clean because we have a party tonight. Yay! get your room all decorated? Should we get all the cool birthday stuff out? Yeah? Okay, we'll go get your room clean and I'll bring the birthday stuff down.
Okay, that's brilliant. I will take the birthday stuff down.
You can't get the birthday stuff. You gotta clean your room first. Welcome to Live at Crystal's house. So anyway, y'all, my name is Crystal. I'm the proud co-owner, founder, mindset coach, bread coach, home bread baker, jewelry maker, designer, woodworker, all around country lady that just happens to be a little bit on the witchy side. This is my home, and you're welcome too. Okay, so I actually enjoy showing you real life, especially when we're talking about mindset, okay? So I know it makes lives a little wonky. They're certainly not what you would imagine as that polished, pristine, like professional kind of like business like way of life. But the truth is real life is messy. Real life is never easy. And honestly, if it was easy, we'd all be walking around with halos on our heads and just glowing like that beautiful golden light, and we'd just all be happy, 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 or we wouldn't even actually be able to enjoy the happiness that we have in our lives, because it's through the challenges that we face that we are able to actually find the things that are important to us in our life, okay? It's only through those dark and challenging times that we're able to truly appreciate those happier moments. So, like my lips are like really dry. I forgot to grab my chapstick, guys. So we got the heaters going. Even had to kick the fire on for a little bit first thing this morning. So the air is already starting to dry out. We've got that dry winter air starting to come into the home. And yeah, and it really dries my lips out. And then I'm like, I'm messing with my lips the whole time. Okay, so let's get back to it. I want to help you today to identify the negative mindsets that you use every day unknowingly that actually sets you up for failure instead of propelling you for success and advancement in your life. So when you start becoming a home baker and you're making homemade bread instead of buying it from the grocery store, there are certain problems that you're going to run into. Hang on. Thank you very much. Okay, please go watch your show for a few minutes while I finish this up, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. So, such as say, so let's first start with word affirmation, okay? So, using key positive words actually changes the mindset. So, if you are always doing something and you enter into the situation with a level of reserve and always in the back of your mind going, what if this doesn't work out? What if it's not received the way that I intended it to? What if? Like, you can fill in those what ifs with all the answers, okay? Regardless of what you're doing. When you start baking homemade bread, especially if you've never done it before, there are a gazillion what ifs. What if I screw it up? What if I don't do it right? What if, I pull it out of the oven and it's a damn brick, it's rock hard on the outside and I cut it open, it's not done, it's still goo on the inside. So that's what my kid's sister actually keyed the term as a brick bread, and brick bread happens with baking homemade bread. And I'll tell you some ways to get over that in just a minute. But right now, I want you to stop saying what if with all the horrible negative things, okay? So when you come at a situation with that negative, like, what if this goes wrong mindset, you actually are making the process of doing the thing 10 times more stressful on yourself. Now, that's an exaggeration on the number. That changes from how much you're thinking about that to, to the actual times table, okay? But essentially, you're just making it harder on yourself. The more stressed you are when you start doing something, the harder it is to complete it because you start thinking about all those what ifs instead of just enjoying the process, instead of just being there in the moment. And the more what ifs and the stress that you start putting in on your shoulders, the more you're actually going to give yourself backaches, literally, physically backaches, headaches. Your neck is going to be super, super tense. You can even throw your spine out of alignment. So where you're like, I can't even turn my head and everything hurts. That is from stress. So if you are having a lot of jaw problems, a lot of headache, a lot of tension anywhere here in your neck and on your shoulders, that is stress induced. Okay? And stress is a killer. Literally. Stress. Being overstressed and fixated on the stress in your life causes a ton of health problems for you, okay? And I don't want that for you. So just a few. It can cause heart problems. It can cause diabetes. It can cause anxiety and just so many things. And they're all caused by stress. And you can control that stress. Baking homemade bread is one of those ways that you can actually use to control the stress and to improve your overall health. Baking homemade bread is something that is physical. Now I'm talking about handmade. I teach handmade homemade bread. Handmade homemade bread is a physical activity. So you are literally making your body move. It is a chance to meditate. When you are kneading that dough, that gives you that moment to completely check out of the world for a minute in a healthier way than just binge watching whatever TV absent-mindedly or whatever, new series that you're obsessed with on the TV, but you're not actually watching it. You're just zombified on the couch. Yeah, y'all know what I mean. Yeah, you get it. You've been there. We've all been there, right? So, homemade bread is one of those things that you can be doing something for a cause, check out of the world, exercise your body, and then you get to enjoy those yummy goodnesses. So, the smell of baking homemade bread is also healing and comforting, okay? Don't believe me? Give it a try. You'll be surprised. Okay, like have you ever walked into a grocery store that has a bakery on site and you can smell that fresh, crispy, golden, delicious bread hot out of the oven? Like when they put out the fresh homemade French bread, it's still hot, it's still steaming straight out of the oven, and it just fills the doorway. Do you know why businesses, grocery stores put it right at the doorway? Because the smell of homemade bread has been proven to make you happy. Homemade bread is associated with being a comfort food. It is associated with family, which also is a sense of community, and family is associated with being a part of a community, being welcomed, being loved, being appreciated, to be a part of something together, okay? Homemade bread. All these beautiful things you didn't know came from homemade bread, right? Right? Did you know this? All right, so seriously, if you guys have any questions, if there's something that really stands out to you, please jump down into the comments and let me know, because I would love to connect with you. And if you have questions, please let me know, and I will happily take care of those answers for you while I'm live if I see them come on as I'm going. In fact, Okay, shoot, I gotta clear this out again. So, okay, so I can't see. I got an eyelash in my eye. Okay, so not only is the smell comforting, like for me, when I think of the smell, I like to think back of, for me, this is a romanticized memory, but this is a memory, an event that I make real in my own family's lives, okay? So I try very hard to make this a real reality for my kids, my husbands, my neighbors, my friends. And but for me, it's a romanticized idea. And it's okay if you have to imagine this idea, this, creative, dreamy like idea of walking into grandma's house, that one person in your life that filled you with so much love, compassion, and just comfort. As this little kid that, possibly just had the worst day of their life. Maybe it was just a horrible day at school where you were faced with bullies and this and that, and nobody got you, and you're made fun of, and just all the things, and it just broke your little heart. All right? And it's okay for your heart to be broken in situations like that. Okay? It truly is. But, having that really hard day and walking into grandma's house and just the smell of that fresh homemade bread out of the oven, or, you've had that hard day, so she pulls out her bowls and the both of you side by side plunge your hands into that soft dough and you work it together and you make the homemade bread side by side with each other. And then you sit down and you enjoy it as a unit, as a family together with love in your hearts and the pride that you both share because you both created it. That is a beautiful memory. That is a memory that stays with people. This is a memory that I have created with my own children. And this is a romanticized idea of what I wish I'd had with some of my own family. Okay? So, having those memories are important because they propel us forward. They give us hope. They allow us to dream of the future. So, the smell of bread is comforting. The smell of bread makes a person happy. It triggers happy memories in us. Smell. Like, how many times have you had the smell hit you that triggers a random memory and then you just find yourself smiling? Or maybe you find yourself crying, but you're crying with tears of happiness, even though you have no particular reason in your life for it. Smell is huge. It's a huge memory marker in our minds. All right? But then you also have the taste. Taste of homemade bread is not even comparable to what you buy at the store. And when it is handmade, it tastes even better because you have that knowledge that somebody physically took the time, the energy, and the passion to craft it up. And if you craft it up yourself, the very first mistake home bakers make is instead of just being proud of what they have created, first they look to their family, they look to their friends to get that, oh, this is great, before they can go, yeah, it is, isn't it? That's what I was hoping for. That's what I wanted you to say. But instead of you just pulling it out of the oven yourself without anyone else around, just pulling it out and go, damn, I did this. And this is amazing. Like the smell is intoxicatingly beautiful and wonderful, and it makes me smile, and I'm so happy. And oh my God, do you hear that crunch? Oh, yeah. Oh my goodness, look at that steam rolling up out of that beautiful fresh homemade bread. Oh, let's just put some butter on that. We've got to taste that right here, right now. Damn, this is good. Damn, I did a good job. I want you to take the passion. I want you to take pride in what you've done. because it's only with that pride that we are able to truly keep doing it. Find pride in yourself before you ever go to another person to look for the acceptance and the pride from them. The acceptance and pride from other people, even though we have somehow inadvertently been taught opposite this. Their opinion, their pride in us, making them proud, comes second place to ourself. You have to show up for yourself first. And it doesn't matter if they love it or they hate it. It doesn't matter if they share the passion with you or not. Most of the time, I would love to say 90-something% of the time, our families, our closest friends, do not understand, nor do they share the same passion, the inspiration in the exact same things that you do. Because they are their own unique person and they see the world in their own unique way. And they are all facing their own unique problems that clutter up their mind, that stress them out. So you've got to step away from trying to get that acceptance from other people before you find the acceptance in yourself. You are important. And I want you to tell yourself that. You are the most important person in your life. Doing the things that make you truly happy is the most important thing in your life. Taking charge, taking action to advancing yourself in the areas that fill you with happiness is the most important part in your life. The people we surround ourselves with are second place. And as somebody who is a people pleaser, that always feels as if I need to show up, I need to perform for other people before I can acknowledge how amazing my accomplishments are, always needing that second feedback before I could accept my own, to being someone that can proudly stand in front of you today and say, I've done amazing things, is not something I say lightly. So if I can do this, if I can make these mindset changes in my life, honey, I know you can too. So, my dears, I keep saying so. So is a filler word. My mouth moves faster than my brain can process it. So, yeah, I say so. Then we've also been trained that silence is a bad thing. Silence in between speaking is actually a good thing. So if you're really wanting to make a point with your family or your friends, trying to explain what it is, why it is that you are doing this thing, take a moment and slow down when you speak. Explain simply but straightforward and clearly as to why it is important to you. And make sure you pause and take a break in between your breaths. Because it's in those breaks that when we are breathing that the brain is actually able to process the information that's already given. But we always have this fear of silence, and we have to fill that up with any kind of sound. Like, silence is scary. Just because you're silent doesn't mean that you've disappeared, okay? I want you to think about that. Okay, so let's identify some of the negative ways that we impact ourselves, okay? the negative ways that we set ourselves up for failure. Okay? So, first, a little drink of coffee. And so we've got like the new moon coming in, guys, and I'm exhausted. I tell you, I have pushed so hard this week, and I'm not even close to done. I'm exhausted. There's not enough coffee in the world. I need to create energy that I haven't made yet. I need to burn that. And just in case, if you didn't know that, that's actually what coffee does for you. Coffee gives you energy you have not created yet, which is also why you crash when you come off a caffeine high, because your body hadn't yet created that energy and you've already spent it. It's like spending money before you have it. Eventually, you got to stop spending money and earn it back up before you're broke. Okay? So, I've had to be really careful with my coffee lately because I do that a lot. I really like coffee. I just like coffee. All right, so shake a few things off. I forgot where I was going. My negative. Identifying negative behavior. Okay, so the first one is if you are always looking for recognition and trying to find pride in other people for your accomplishments before you have given yourself your due credits for all the effort, all the time, all the energy that you've already put into it, and looking at the finished result. The second one is you pull it out, regardless of what stage you're at. You pull that dough, you pull that bread out, and it does not look Pinterest like worthy. Like, how many of you can relate? I can't post that on Instagram. I can't post that on Facebook. Oh, I certainly would never put that on Pinterest. Like, there's no way I can share this with people because that doesn't look like this beautiful, edited, professionally shot picture that I'm looking at on my directions over here. Did you catch the edited part? Like, they're all photoshopped. Even the photos that I send out to you, like, I do very minimal editing. In fact, most of my photos that I send out to you guys anymore have no edits, actually. But there are a lot of times that I actually do have to edit my photos that I send out to you. And I'll tell you what, I'm pretty damn good at editing my photos and videos anymore. I'm getting pretty quick at it. I've been doing this for years. But, there are times that, it just doesn't look very pretty. It doesn't. And the beautiful thing about homemade is that homemade is not supposed to be picture perfect. And I have to remind myself of that all the time. Homemade is not picture perfect. Homemade is homemade. It is happening in real time, in real life, right here, right now. It's not happening halfway across the world. It's not happening in some professional kitchen. It's happening in your kitchen. It's happening in your home, with your family, all the way around. Your family, your animals, whatever it is that you've got going on. Whether you've got that beautiful, sparkling, spotless, clean home, or you're lucky sometimes if you can find even a walking path through because your kids have just decided to dump every single toy and item that they can find out in the middle of the floor. Yeah? Or maybe nobody wants to help wash the dishes. You know what? It happens. Okay? It happens. So be kind, be patient, be loving with yourself. I gotta plug in over here really fast, guys. Hey, I'm gonna lose you, Insta. I'm gonna lose you, my beautiful Instagram family. All right, there we go. There we go. There we go. Say that again, Ellie, please. Oh, can you bring it here and I'll fix it?
No, I don't.
Okay, well, please put it back together, okay?
No, it's broken.
Yeah, here, you gotta put it all the way on. Don't stare into it. I don't want your eyeballs getting hurt, okay? Okay. So don't look for approval from other people. Do not judge what you have pulled out, that you have just poured the past 2-3 hours of love and, you know, dedication and energy into with your own two hands, and look at it with disgrace. Okay, so when you do that, it is a negative mindset that sets you up for failure the next time you try again. If you are always looking for someone else's approval before you get your own approval, you are setting yourself up for failure, and you're setting yourself up to be a people pleaser instead of advancing yourself for your own damn good. Advance yourself because you love yourself, because at the end of the day, you are the person you have to go to bed with. You are the person that's talking to yourself in your dreams. You are the person that you have to live with for the entirety of your whole life. So instead of beating yourself up, how about you be your own best friend and give yourself a little bit of loving, okay? A little bit of compassion, a little bit of encouragement, and just go, damn, Crystal, you just did that. Damn, Jonice, you just did that. Damn, Sarah, you are amazing. You were terrified to do this, but you did it anyway. You didn't know where to start, but you learned and you did it. Now look at this beautiful success that you have. Damn, my dear, you're amazing.
Mom, can you help
I
me
want you to
with
tell
it?
yourself these things, guys. Yes, I can. Nope.
Not again.
I think it's upside down.
I got it upside down.
We'll see. I don't know. I don't know, baby girl. There you go. There you go. All right. So give yourself the gratitude that you deserve before you go out searching and looking for gratitude from other people. Give yourself the appreciation of yourself before you are looking for appreciation or comfort or encouragement from other people. Give it to yourself first. Because when you show up and you serve yourself first, before everybody else, you are able to truly change your entire mindset. You are able to change your stress levels and possibly extend your lifeline, okay? You are able to relieve old trauma and pain and heartache and to actually move on from it and heal from it. You are able to free your soul and reconnect back with your true authentic self, to heal from the past and to move into the future without all that damn baggage behind you, honey. And it's beautiful, it's amazing, and it is so empowering. When you truly accept you for you, you are unstoppable. When you truly accept what you are capable of, you are unstoppable. When you truly accept the real reality of what you can do, and you truly accept all of the amazing things that you have already done and that you can do again if you want to, you are unstoppable. And the more you do that, the stronger you become, the more confident you become, the better baker you become, the better person you become, the better you that you become. Okay? You're amazing. So give yourself that little bit of God-given grace that you possibly can, because you deserve it. You deserve to feel good about what you've done. Okay? So, if you walk into baking homemade bread, possibly for the first time, or possibly you've done this several times before, but you've gotten a little rusty, you've fallen off the track, and you want to get back on the train and try it again. You want to get back in the kitchen. You want to give it another go. Maybe it's to save yourself a little bit of money. Maybe it is so that you can improve your nutritional health. Maybe it's for that mental release of letting go of all the crap that's weighing you down, getting rid of that stress. Maybe it's for the physical exertion that goes with it. Maybe it's just that pure curiosity of, I wonder if I could do it. And here's the thing. If you've always been thinking, like it just not always, but if baking homemade bread is something that you've always kind of been called towards, you've always wanted to give it a try, here's your chance to. So I have free recipes available for you guys on my website. Okay, millartistry.com. So here on Instagram, the link is up in my bio. So swing over there, click the bio, head over to the website. Here on Facebook, your link is down below in the description, okay? So grab yourself a free recipe, and that is going to put you on our bread newsletter, where I'm going to give you all the tips and the tricks, and you're going to get access to live events and the scheduling and all of the beautiful things. And if you're never sure what time I'm going to be live, you can always find our live schedule on our website. I have it right there on our main homepage of the website, the weekly lives that are already scheduled. So unless noted otherwise, like today I was supposed to be live at 11. That didn't happen because I had a ton of techie issues. And I think I have actually possibly accidentally thrown my business phone into my dumpster that went bye-bye on Tuesday morning. So I'm now down to my laptop and just my normal phone to do these at the moment. So we have to work with what we have, right? All right. So I may or may not have accidentally thrown my phone away. But even if I haven't, it's been missing for days now and I can't find it, which really sucks because I had recordings on there. I was like, no, and I can't access them now because I didn't have a chance to upload to the cloud. Anyway, so today I was late, but I am live. Okay, this is what I attempt to do. Okay, I am busy. I am a mama, and life does get crazy sometimes. But I am live every Wednesday talking about our jewelry and talking about the mindset and the confidence building that jewelry gives you, and all the beautiful metaphysical energies that help calm, center, align, empower, and advance, and all of the beautiful things that they do of the rocks and the metals and the stones that are in the jewelry themselves that you can find on my website that I craft myself and design here at Melt Artistry. And then every Thursday we're here talking about homemade bread, and I teach you how to make it. I teach you all the basics that you need, and I teach you how to do this for free every week. I teach you firsthand how to do it for the first time. And then for those of you that truly want to continue that education past just the basics, I have homemade bread courses coming out to you. So right now, my bread courses are not available. I live teach my courses. Now, I do what's called a live launch when it comes to my bread baking courses. What that means is that the course themselves are all pre-recorded and they are released to you each week. And then I am live with you later those days. I am generally live, depending on the course, twice a week, sometimes 5 days a week with you, depending on what it is that we have going on, answering all of your questions. So you get to watch the whole training. You get to do the whole training side by side with me in those videos, all the way from step 1 to step 10. I mean, it's every single step broken down. And then you get me live later that day to answer any questions that you have had and to continue that education. So I'm live just like I am right here with you guys, okay? And that's what we do. And we talk about the mindset. We talk about the struggles that come, excuse me, the struggles and the challenges that we face as parents, depending on the course, such as in my homemade breads for the busy course, or homemade breads for the busy parent course. Oh, hell. So we talk about the challenges that we face as a parent and trying to bake homemade breads and finding the time to do it with little kids, with teenagers, with tweens, and the different challenges that you're going to face during those times. But also, not only as a parent, but as a spouse. Like, as in my case, I'm married. And as much as I love my husband, and he loves the homemade breads that I make, we don't have the same taste. We don't have the same importances. I am very much about the nutritional values. My husband, on the other hand, is all about the comfort food, all about that beautiful taste and a very particular texture. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that, okay? However, the texture and the comfort that he's going for is that fancier, that finer bread of white. And I physically can't have white bread. I'm pre-diabetic and I have been for many years. That's one reason why I started baking homemade breads. That's a huge reason why I teach whole wheat breads, because I spent many, many years learning about nutrition and the effects that it had on my body so that I could improve my own health. I didn't do it for others. I didn't learn everything to help everyone else, even though I love to help others. In those moments, I did it for myself because I had to learn how to properly take care of my body, how to fuel my body, not just stuff it full of food and hope that it did a good job. No, I had to learn how the different foods affected different parts of my body and how it, your whole health is essentially like a giant domino puzzle. And if you knock one of those pieces over, one of them gets knocked out of alignment, it sends everything tumbling just until somebody steps in and removes and stops the fall. And then you have to painstakingly go back to square one, where it crashed in the first place, and slowly start rebuilding the picture. Start rebuilding your health. One section at a time, one chip at a time. And that is why I teach what I teach. So right now I don't have any courses. However, I have reached out to you guys and I have received some amazing feedback from all of you here on Facebook, on Instagram and TikTok, and from just friends and family, just passerbys and those that I've talked to that are in our following in person, and just private messages back and forth. And you guys want that fall time bread, and I wanted to make it for you, and I couldn't get the Big Daddy course out to you this year. I wanted to. Trust me, I wanted to. Started recording it last year and I couldn't finish it. But you know what? It is going to come. But this year, it's not going to be the Granddaddy. You got to wait till next year for the Granddaddy fall time bread course. But this year, we are going to be putting together a small mini fall time bread course for you guys. Small, bite-sized, affordable, easy to do. Okay? And packed full of fun. Like, I'm not joking. I'm going to deck myself clear out in full costume. Have fun with this. From Pioneer to Spooky Witchy Halloweeny. All right? We're going to have fun with our fall time breads. This is just a mini bite-sized course, but this is a course that you can take here later on. Hopefully, I'm hoping to have the recordings of the course finished here over the course of the next few days. I hope. Hopefully by Tuesday I will have the last videos recorded. I hope so. because I'm like, I gotta get it out. It's just like, if I wanted to do a full-time breads, it needed to be out and available to you. But I digress. I digress. I'm not gonna beat myself up because I know I've already done an amazing job with those of you that I've already helped. But I don't want to stop right there. I want to continue that for you. I want to continue to show up for you. I want to continue to see you finding progress, finding inspiration, finding confidence, finding courage, finding all of the amazing, beautiful things that make you so absolutely extraordinary. So that when you look in the mirror, you don't just see that negative reflection back at you. I want you, honey, to look at the person staring at you in the mirror and go, damn, you've gone through a lot. Look how amazing and strong you are. Look how stunning and beautiful you are. Look how competent, how, I hate the word competent. It sounds so weird. Like, look at how extraordinary you are and what you can overcome. I'm sorry that I've been so hard on you and that I haven't given you the due grace that you've needed in the past before. I love you. You're beautiful. And I want you to be able to say that to yourself in the mirror. And when you are able to do that, you're going to find a friend inside your own self. So even on those days when you are beat down and you don't want to go, you still show up and you still do it. The most challenging aspect that we face in our lives is when we start to do something and we start it with the right reasons, the right intention, with the love and the passion behind it. But when times get hard, we back off, we fall off, and we want to quit, we want to run away, we want to just give it up, throw our hands up in the air, and just walk away from it all. I want to challenge you with the same challenge that my guides have given me. Don't start something unless you're going to keep at it even on the hard days. Okay? It's encouraging, actually. That little bit of tough love, it's encouraging. And it's this beautiful reminder that we have to keep going, because it's during our harder days that we find our true strength, our true ability to show up, to truly shine, to truly accomplish what we set out for, to truly create the dream of our dreams as a reality in our daily life. So when your family walks in tonight and you're baking your homemade bread and they go, homemade bread? Like, I could have just picked it up from the store. Take a moment and say, and acknowledge them. Say, oh, I thank you. That's very kind of you. But no, I actually want to do this. I want to make it. I want to see what I can create. Because you have the capability to do it. You absolutely do. You have the power to do this. Okay? So pull out that bread pan, pull out your flour, pull out your salt, pull out your yeast and your yummy sugars and those baking fats and throw it together. Mix it up. So if you're making a white bread, you gotta mix it. Yes, mix it, of course, but knead it for, if it's a true white bread, you usually only have to knead it for about 3 minutes, okay? Now, if you're making a half wheat, mix it for 5 to 8 minutes. If you're making a 100% coarse whole wheat bread, mix it for 8 to 10 minutes. More often than not, it needs to be closer to 10 minutes. But I will tell you, it's a hell of a lot easier when you're making whole wheat bread to, the last cup, sometimes a dusting bit more, do all purpose. It's going to make your whole wheat stick together better. Okay, well, that's the wrong word. It's going to glue and pull your whole wheat grains together a hell of a lot easier. Okay? And it's going to give you that beautiful bread texture, and it's going to help make your bread raise a little easier. Okay? It's also going to make it so that your bread's not quite as dense. So if you're wanting to get started today, like I've got to get baking myself. We are like almost 1 o'clock now, and I haven't started my bread, and I'm usually started by 9 o'clock. That's the kind of day it's been. So I'm actually going to go put on my recording costume, and I'm going to get baking and recording our homemade breads for our fall time mini course, because you guys are amazing and you guys wanted to see it. You wanted it to come, and I'm going to make it happen because I really wanted it too. I really wanted it. It kills me that I don't have a bread course for you until January. I hate that. So I'm pounding away to get the fall time mini course done, completely written up, all of your downloadable recipes and the written instructions and the actual step-by-step videos for you. I love you. If you want to get in on that action, shoot me a message. If you want to get on a wait list for the fall time mini bread course, shoot me a message, okay? And I will be getting back with you over the course of the next few days, because I'm still setting this course up, okay? This is a fly by the seat of our pants. You guys wanted it. I wanted to make it. And we are just going to make it happen. So this is me diving in feet first before I'm actually ready, okay? I do this. I do this. I'm guilty. I'm bad for this, actually. But we're going to make this happen. And I'm not going to start something that I'm not willing to continue and to finish. And I'm not going to keep showing up and doing it even on those hard days. No different than I've just asked you to do, okay? I'm going to be here come rain, shine, nor hell, okay? I will be here with you step by step through this, okay? And we are going to make this happen, okay? So I've got to get baking, and I want you to get baking too. And remember, tell yourself positive thoughts. Give yourself that beautiful compliment instead of going, what if this is going to be whatever you fill in the blank. Instead, go, what if this is absolutely amazing? I know some of you have already heard that before, and you're going to be like, Crystal, I hate all the positivity. Why are you so positive and so damn happy all the time? I am this way because, yes, I actually do live in the dark side of the world, guys. I do. Like, I done damn forgot the word. Metaphorically. words. I'm actually a dark person. And there is so much darkness and so much negative in this world that we actually have to put an emphasis on the happier things in life. We have to put a spotlight on the beautiful things in this life. Which is why I show up the way I show up for you guys. And I show up for myself in the same way as much as I possibly can. And when I catch myself starting to slip off into that doom, gloom, I hate everything kind of attitude, I catch myself. And I change and I flip that around. We got to turn it upside down, y'all. We have to. Because it's only when we stay positive, it's only when we stay in this beautiful mindset of anything and everything is truly possible, and that we are worthy. You are worthy. You deserve to be happy, to be healthy, to be loved. You deserve that. And you've worked damn hard already in this life to get it. You've worked damn hard to create the life that you have. But if this is not the life of your dreams, let's change the life that you have right here, together, side by side, into that dream life. Now, that doesn't mean life itself is going to stop. No, sirree. Life's going to keep going. But it will be the life that you want, and you will have the strength. You will have the knowledge. You have the confidence and the courage to do it. Okay? So I'm going to get my bread going here in probably the next half hour because I got to get that done. We got to do this, right? And I'm actually going to be recording. So I'm going to throw my first outfit on, and we're going to make one of the breads and get it recorded and edited and ready to load up onto our course site. Yeah, that's going to be great. And as soon as I have it all done, I'm going to let you guys know. And I'm going to open the card up for you. Okay, so those of you that want to learn, you want to go beyond the basics, I will have the course up for you as soon as I can. All right, and we're going to be baking all fall, and we're going to be baking throughout the holidays with a mini holiday course too, because we're going to make this happen. I couldn't get the big daddies up, but I can sure as hell get some little mini bite-sized courses for you. If I'm already recording and sending free courses and classes and everything out to you guys every single week, I sure as hell can put some mini courses together for you. Like, seriously? Right? I'm already doing it. We can do this, okay? Okay, so if you've never made bread, I don't want you to come buy the course yet. Well, granted, it's not even up yet, but I'm just, whenever you watch this. If you've never made homemade bread, the very first thing you need to do, go grab one of my free recipes off the website, okay? Then swing over to so you can swing over. Okay, so I have some here on Facebook and Instagram too, but they're a little easier to find on our YouTube channel. And on the YouTube channel, I have special videos, special classes, and free trainings on the literal how-to. I show you step by step. I show you the whole damn works, unedited most of the time. Right there on YouTube, okay? So that gives you this beautiful chance to go through and see exactly how it goes. And I answer a lot of the most common questions that I receive during those videos. There's a ton of information that I give you guys in every single one of those videos that you can use today. So bake up your first loaf of bread. And while you are baking, and while you're grabbing that free recipe, you're getting everything ready, you're there on the website, do me a favor. As you're scrolling down to the free recipes, so they're probably about halfway down our homepage. So when you click on mildartistry.com, you're going to see our announcement bar up at the top. You're going to see the jewelry, and just below that, you're going to get into our announcements, and you're going to find a section on our fundraisers, okay? So our awareness drives is actually how I want to say that. So our recipes are just below that, okay? Do not skip by the donation section, okay? Don't. Not only am I here to help show up and help you, but I'm also here to help my local community. This is something that is at the very key core basis of my heart and the foundation of this business. We give back to our community in all the ways that we can. And the way that I can best show up for my community and for you is through sharing my crafts, my skill, and to give my time and my energy to it. While you're there on Milled Artistry, take a second and click that donation button and swing over, which it will take you directly over to Sammy's. I want to reword this. So when you click the donation box, it is going to take you straight to little baby Matthew and Martha's fundraiser page, okay? Leave a donation. We have a local family, and you guys have heard me talk about this family all month long. They are truly in need of community. They are truly in need of your support. They are truly in need of your donations. All right? So, take a moment and leave a donation. And you can read their stories on their fundraiser page, okay? And like seriously, like click back like on all the posts that Sammy has written up for you guys. So Sam is their mom, and she, like, I went to school with Sam, all right? And, you know, it's heartbreaking to me as a mom. It's a heartbreaking situation, and it's a greatest fear that something is going to go wrong during a pregnancy and that the babies are going to be hurt. So these little guys were born really early due to medical complications. And Sam is doing well. Like physically, she's healing. But emotionally, mentally, spiritually, oh God, I can only imagine. I can only imagine. And I've got a pretty damn vivid imagination, y'all. I do. And our hope is to drive awareness to our communities to get Sam and her family the help that they are needing. So if you are also or have also been a parent or a sibling that has had to go through an ICU, okay? So if you have had NICU, or yeah, y'all know what I mean. And yeah, y'all get it. Okay, so if you've had premature babies before, and they've had that long extended stay at the hospital, and you've had to go through all of those absolutely death-defying, terrifying surgeries on the bystander side, you know, just praying to whoever was listening. Anyone will do at that point. Old gods, new gods, universe, it doesn't matter. Just putting it out there to the wind that somehow your babies survive. And you've gone through that. Make sure you leave, like, drop some words of encouragement. Drop some support down in the comments below on their fundraiser. Leave them a donation and give them that community that they need, because this is one of those unique situations that only individuals that have had newborns in the hospital going through life-saving surgeries, that are born so small, that are born so early, only those that have gone through it as mothers and fathers and siblings before are able to truly understand. And they need the support that you can offer them. They need that friendship. And they need your donations, guys. And when we all come together, guys, we're unstoppable. Absolutely unstoppable. We can conquer anything, and we can do it together. The best together. So make sure you leave a donation as you guys grab your free recipe and head over to our YouTube channel to watch your free trainings, okay? And I've got to get back to my kids, and I've got to get baking, and I've got to get all decked out in costume for the recordings. Okay, so you guys say, whoop. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay, girls, you gonna say bye with me?
Bye.
See you guys. I love you and thank you very, very much.